Guys, it's a Chook Man here once again. I'm going to be talking about the word grieving. A lot of people don't like talking about grieving because it's too hard to talk about. Now, I'm the same way, but I'd like to just say to people out there about grieving. I've lost my uncle about a year ago, and I had my time to grieve for him. I had my time to be sad. I've had my turn to rip myself apart and get angry and get sad and get all these emotions out of my head. And then I had to put it aside, not forgetting who he was or forgetting that he passed away, because I'll never ever, I'll just pretend in my little head that he's still alive and he's still on the farm and he still does interstate, even though he's passed away. That's how I treat that. This is how I deal with grieving. I know he's passed away, but in my heart and soul, I pretend in my head that he's still up at the farm, looking after his hobby farm and looking after all his trucks and still doing interstate, even though he's passed away. I fell apart when I went to his funeral, but I had my turn to be sad and remember him and let grief go away for a while. Now, I still have my moments where I tear up and I miss him. I miss him so much. But you've got to let it go. You've got to let the grief go. You've had time to be sad. You've had time to have all these different emotions. And I know it's hard to say, but it's time to move on. Not forgetting the person that passed away, because that's not what I'm saying. I've had my time to be sad and to remember him and go through all these different emotions. The person that's passed away wouldn't want you to be sad and miserable. They'd want you to go on in life and just be happy. I know happy's a big word, but they wouldn't want you to be sad and letting it stuff you up every time you get, if you let it destroy you, it will. I see it all the time. I see a lot of people on YouTube that are grieving, that are sad and going through lots of emotions. But you know what? You're not going to go anywhere in life if you keep falling back into those emotions. It's okay to hurt. It's okay to cry. It's okay to have all these feelings. But just remember the good times you had with this person. I remember growing up as a young boy and I used to go interstate sometimes with my uncle in the trucks. I only remember the good times I had with him. And then I can think of happy times. You can never ever forget those good times you had with that person while that person was on this earth. Yeah, it's sad. Yeah, he's not here or she's not here or whoever. But you know what? If you let it destroy you, it will destroy you and you won't get anywhere in life. Have time to grieve. I've had 1 year grieving over my uncle. Now it's time for me to remember all the good times. Yeah, there's been more good times than sad times. Yes, he's not here anymore, but I can't afford to let him pass away and not get on with my life and be happy. Because I know deep down, if he was looking down and he could say something to me, he'd say, keep on soldiering on. That's the type of person he was. I'm got to stop talking about it because now I'm getting sad myself. But emotions are good. Feelings are good. That means we're human and we've got a heart. So that's my forte on talking about grief. And it's okay to grieve. But, 1 year of being sad, that's long enough. Now it's time to me to move on, and I say that respectably, and remember all the good times and all the good morals he taught me. He said to me, you know what, son? Treat me as you want to be treated. And that goes for anyone in life. You treat them as they treat you. And it's so simple. And he had some good morals. One of his favourite morals was, if it ain't yours, don't touch it. And if you do touch it, be prepared to deal with what's coming your way. All these happy sayings that he taught me and grouse morals. He done heaps for me. There's not one thing in this world that he wouldn't do for me. Alright guys, that's enough talking about grief and how I would deal with grief and how I'll show other people that are grieving that it's okay to grieve, it's okay to be sad, and it's okay to have emotions. But you've got to move on from there or you're not going to go nowhere in life. Alright guys, I hope it helps you in some shape, form or matter about talking about grief and how you can deal with it. Everyone's different, I get that, but that's how I deal with my grief. After 1 year, I move on, not forgetting who he was and trying to be a little bit happier. Alright guys, that's talking about grief that not too many people like talking about, because I get it, it's sad, but we've got to man up and talk about this. Alright guys, as I always say, keep out of the sun, be kind to yourself, and try to have a nice day.